My mother's voice cut through the lawyer's office like a knife. Victoria, don't expect anything from us anymore. You made your choices. My father didn't even look at me when he added, Your sister deserves this. She actually made something of herself. The lawyer handed me a single envelope. I opened it right there. Empty. Just a handwritten note inside. Good luck on your own. I turned and left. The door slammed behind me. My name's Victoria. I'm 27 years old. And that day at my grandmother's will reading was the day my parents officially cut me off. I grew up as the practical daughter. No flashy career. No medical degree. No corner office at a law firm like my older sister Lauren had. I studied computer science but dropped out junior year to work on a tech startup with 2 classmates. My family saw it as failure. Lauren stayed in grad school and became a corporate lawyer. I lived in a cramped apartment, worked 16-hour days, barely made rent. My parents compared us constantly. Why can't you be more stable, more serious? I heard it at every holiday dinner, every phone call, every family gathering. I wasn't the golden resume or the 6-figure salary they could brag about to their friends. But I had something they didn't see coming. Something I'd built in silence while they celebrated my sister's every promotion. If you've ever been pushed aside by family, subscribe right now and tell me where you're watching from. I want to know I'm not alone in this. The will reading happened 3 weeks after my grandmother died. She raised me during my summers growing up, taught me to code on her old desktop computer, told me stories about taking risks. She was wealthy, owned commercial properties across the state, had investments I didn't even know about until the lawyer started reading. My whole family gathered at her estate that morning. Parents, Lauren, 2 uncles, my Aunt Patricia. I showed up in jeans and a sweater. Lauren wore a designer suit that probably cost more than my rent. My aunt whispered to my uncle loud enough for me to hear. Surprised she even showed up. What's she hoping for? The lawyer cleared his throat and started reading. Lauren got the properties, the investment portfolio, Grandma's jewelry collection. My parents got the liquid assets and the family home. Then the lawyer read my part. To Victoria, I leave my love and my hopes that she finds her own way. The room went silent. Then Lauren smirked. Guess Grandma knew who the real success was. My mother turned to me, her voice cold and sharp. Victoria, this should be a lesson. Your grandmother rewarded those who made real contributions. My father nodded. Maybe now you'll take life seriously instead of playing around with computers. I tried to speak. Lauren cut me off. Don't be bitter. You haven't exactly earned anything, have you? I felt my face burn. Everyone was staring at me. I asked if I could at least have Grandma's old recipe book. It was sentimental. She'd written notes in the margins. Lauren actually laughed. You can't even afford to eat out and you want recipes? My uncle chuckled. My aunt looked away. My father stood up. Victoria, you're not welcome at family gatherings until you get your life together. My uncle patted my shoulder like I was a child. Better start job hunting, kiddo. I walked out with nothing but that empty envelope and a note that felt like a dismissal. A week later, I found out my family scheduled a celebration dinner, upscale restaurant downtown, toasting Lauren's inheritance. I wasn't invited. I only knew because my aunt accidentally included me in the group text. She sent a follow-up 30 seconds later. Oops, that wasn't meant for you. This is just for contributors to the family. I sat on my couch staring at my phone. Then I saw the photos on social media that night. My whole family around a long table, champagne glasses raised, smiling. Lauren's caption read, "Celebrating Grandma's legacy with people who honor her memory the right way." I didn't cry. I just sat there in the dark. 2 weeks later, I ran into my parents at a coffee shop near my apartment. My mother saw me first. She actually turned away, pretended she didn't notice me. My father reluctantly acknowledged me. "Still playing tech entrepreneur?" he asked, voice dripping with sarcasm. "Or did you get a real job yet?" The barista glanced at me with pity. My mother leaned in, her voice quiet but sharp enough to cut. "We just don't want people asking about you anymore. It's exhausting explaining why you're like this." They left without offering to pay for my coffee. The stranger at the next table whispered something to her friend. They both looked at me. I'd never felt so small. 3 weeks after the will reading, Lauren called me out of nowhere. Her voice was sweet. Warm, even. "Hey, Vic. I need a little favor. Can you help me fix my website?" I was desperate for any sign of reconciliation. I said yes. We met at a cafe the next day. She showed up with a contract. She wanted free tech consulting for her law firm's entire new platform, a 6-month project at least. "You owe the family after everything we've done for you," she said, sliding the paper across the table. "This is the least you can do. No payment, just exposure and a chance to prove yourself." I hesitated. Her face changed instantly. "Figures," she snapped. "You can't even help your own family. No wonder Grandma left you nothing." She grabbed her bag and stormed out. An hour later, she posted in the family group chat. "Asked Vic for one favor and she refused. Selfish as always." I didn't respond. I just put my phone down, opened my laptop, and got back to work. Long meetings, investor calls, pitch decks. My roommate noticed I seemed calm despite everything. "You okay?" she asked one night. I smiled. "Yeah. Let them think they've won. They have no idea what's coming." What they didn't know was this. 3 years ago, I co-founded a mental health app called ClearPath with 2 classmates, a resource platform for people struggling with anxiety, depression, and burnout. We worked in stealth mode, no social media presence. I didn't tell my family. Why would I? They'd mocked every idea I'd ever shared. The app grew quietly. 50,000 users in the first year, then 200,000, then 1.2 million. 6 months before my grandmother died, we secured venture capital funding. Series B, $50 million. I held majority shares as co-founder and CEO. We were preparing to go public. While my family toasted champagne over Grandma's estate, I was in boardrooms closing deals that would change everything. My name wasn't on LinkedIn. I didn't do press. I didn't need their validation anymore. During every family encounter, my phone buzzed constantly. Emails from investors, PR teams, legal counsel. I ignored them all, kept my secret. 2 days before the press release went live, I met my co-founder Jordan for coffee. Jordan's been with me since day one. Loyal, grounded. The only person who really knew what I was carrying. "You know the press release goes live in 2 days, right?" Jordan said. "Your family's going to see it." I stared into my cup. Part of me wanted to warn them. Part of me wanted them to find out on their own. "You don't owe them anything," Jordan said gently. "They made their choice." Meanwhile, my family's arrogance hit new heights. Lauren posted on social media. "Closed another major case today. Success runs in the family. Well, most of it." My mother called, her voice dripping with fake concern. "Sweetheart, your father and I are worried. Do you need money? We could lend you some if you ask nicely." I politely declined. She sounded relieved. "Good. I'd hate for you to become dependent." My aunt sent another group message. "Family brunch this Sunday. Everyone who contributed to Grandma's memory, please, RSVP." I wasn't included. I attended the final pre-launch meeting with my PR team the next day. The coordinator smiled at me. We've got features lined up with TechCrunch, Forbes, and the local news. They want a live interview with you as CEO. I agreed to a segment on the city's morning show, the same show my parents watched every single day. Jordan grinned. This is going to be epic. The night before the broadcast, Lauren sent one last cruel text. Saw you're still living in that sad little apartment. Some things never change. Glad Grandma's money went to someone who knows how to use it. I didn't reply. I slept soundly for the first time in weeks. The morning broadcast went live at 7 a.m. The news anchor introduced a segment on innovative young CEOs changing the tech landscape. I appeared on screen in a navy blazer, calm and confident. The anchor smiled. We're joined today by Victoria Hayes, CEO and co-founder of ClearPath, the mental health app that just secured $50 million in Series B funding. She asked about the app's mission, our growth, our impact. Your app serves over 1 million users, she said. What's next? I looked straight into the camera. We're going public next quarter. It's been a long journey, but we built something that matters. At that exact moment, my parents were watching from their kitchen, coffee cups frozen midair. My mother's voice, barely a whisper. Is that Victoria? My father rewound the segment. CEO, 50 million. Lauren saw the clip shared in her professional network. A colleague tagged her. Isn't this your sister? My aunt called my mother, frantic. Did you know about this? My phone rang the second the broadcast ended. My father's voice was shaking. Victoria, we just saw you on TV. Why didn't you tell us? I stayed calm. You never asked. You were too busy telling me I hadn't made anything of myself. My mother grabbed the phone. Sweetheart, we always believed in you. I interrupted her. You told me I wasn't worth including in Grandma's memory. You said I hadn't contributed. You were ashamed of me. Silence. Then Lauren called separately. Her tone completely changed. Vic, this is amazing. I had no idea you were doing so well. We should celebrate. I cut her off. Like the celebration dinner I wasn't invited to? She stammered. That was just... We thought... Look, can we meet? I want to apologize. You wanted me to work for free 3 weeks ago, I said. Called me selfish? Now you want to celebrate? I didn't know. Exactly. You didn't know because you never cared to ask. None of you did. I sent them all the press release, my face on Forbes, TechCrunch, Business Insider, screenshots of the company valuation, not to brag, but to show them exactly what they'd dismissed. My father tried one more time. We're still family, Victoria. I took a breath. Family doesn't cut you off for being different. You made your choice at that will reading. I'm just making mine now. I declined every attempt they made to reconnect after that. My parents tried to attend the company's public launch event. I had security turn them away. Politely, firmly. Lauren sent a long apology email. I read it. Didn't respond. My aunt tried to claim she'd always supported me. I blocked her number. I created a scholarship fund in my grandmother's name for students pursuing unconventional paths, the ones who don't fit the mold. A month later, I found an old email in my archived inbox. From Grandma, sent 2 years ago. So proud of you, Vicky. Don't let them dim your light. She knew. She'd always known. Her note at the will reading wasn't a dismissal. It was permission. Permission to walk away. To build my own life. To stop waiting for their approval. I spent years wanting them to see me, to value me. Turns out I never needed it. My parents still ask mutual friends about me. Lauren's firm tried to pitch my company once. My team politely declined. The family group chat went silent. No one knows how to reach out anymore. For once, their silence didn't hurt me. It freed me. I finally understood I never needed their approval. I just needed my own. If you've ever had to prove yourself to people who never believed in you, hit that subscribe button. I want to hear your story. Drop in the comments where you're watching from. And if you've ever been underestimated by your own family, tell me about it. I read every single one. Your success doesn't need their validation, but your story deserves to be heard. Share it with us below. Next time, I'll be sharing another story of someone who turned betrayal into triumph. Don't miss it.